Very nice. Hello, hello. Let me make a couple of comments. First of all, I am thrilled that so many of you all have come out for this impromptu stop at the restaurant. Had a chance to meet the owner, Georgia. We're going to go inside and say hello. And this nation is at a crossroads. Nearly 80% of the American people believe that we are on the wrong track. That's consistent across this country. The state of Iowa is going to set the tone for this upcoming primary season. Why? Because you are informed, you are inspired to send that message to the rest of the country about what we need to do. Now, I happen to believe that what we need to do is to elect a businessman problem solver. When one looks at my background, I'm proud to say I have never held high elected office. But I have been, go ahead. I like it. However, if you look at my background, and many of you have, and I thank you for that, I have been in leadership positions of all types, which means that the leadership approach that I have used, just like business people use, is the approach that gets things done. What makes me different is politicians will propose things that they believe they can pass. Businessmen propose ideas to fix the problem. This is why my top 3 co-critical priorities. My top 3. Sometimes people say, well, what is your #1 priority? We've got so many problems, there isn't one #1, there's 3 #1s. First, national security. That is the president's #1 responsibility, is to protect this nation. And where I differ from this administration is that the priority will not be how much more can we cut, where in defense. We need to invest in defense and set the right priorities for our men and women in uniform. My overriding philosophy relative to national security and foreign policy is an extension of the Reagan philosophy. Peace through strength, the one that we adopted. Peace through strength and clarity. We need to clarify our relationship with friends and enemies around the world and make sure we stand with our friends. Secondly, I didn't know my voice was a microphone system, but I think you all can hear me pretty well. Secondly, this economy is on life support. And this is why we have proposed a bold plan. We can't tickle this economy to prosperity. We need a bold plan. Starting with, throw out the current tax code, which has been an albatross on this economy for decades. For decades, it's been an albatross. We are less competitive today than we were 10, 15, or 20 years ago. We've got to get our mojo back by getting rid of the tax code and put in my 999 plan. And you can find out more about it on the website. I won't do a seminar on it right now, but the thing that makes the 999 plan so attractive and why the critics are so critical is that the American people understand it and they like it. Businesses are excited about it because businesses for the last several years have been in a state of stall because of all of the uncertainty. But with 999, we will provide that certainty. And they want to get back into a state of growth. That's how we get this economy going. Third, number one priority, energy independence. We've got the resources. We've got the resources and we need to do it. This is why we are already working on an energy independence plan. It is not only an economic imperative, it is a national security imperative. I, like you, do not like being nearly 70% dependent upon foreign countries for our oil, or that dependent relative to our energy. The world is not safer. And we need to be independent in the event that something else big breaks out. So it's an economic imperative as well as a national security imperative. Those are my top cold, critical, number one priorities. Yes, we have others. You can find information on the website. But let me close with this. The United States of America is used to being that shining city on a hill, like Ronald Reagan described, because the rest of the world looks up to us. But in the last 3 years, we've gotten weaker militarily. We've gotten weaker economically, because the policies of this administration simply are not working. And we have gotten weaker in terms of our respect in the world. One of the reasons that I'm running for president is because of our children and our grandchildren. And secondly, because as president, I want to lead this nation with your help back to the top of the hill, or to the side of the hill where it belongs, and help you put United back into the United States of America. And as your president, I will never apologize for the greatness of the United States of